Not even halfway done filling up my cargo container yet.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised at how long it takes to fill these up.
Well, I have it at times 10 on everything.
Yeah, but still, it's, a lot of stuff. So we can adjust this later, but for now this will work. I'm gonna put a thruster cluster on a stick for the large super container.
Thruster
It's
cluster, I
on a
like that.
stick. You can't forget the on a stick.
I'm not a big Jeff Dunham fan, but I do actually like that particular skit.
Yeah.
And it's funny, whenever he's not doing the whole puppet thing, I actually find him to be very funny.
Yeah.
Because like he goes into like this big story about like his wife and things that he's done, and it's all really funny. And it's like you don't even need the ventriloquism. You're actually a pretty funny comedian on your own.
My favorite joke of his, though, is still the, do you know a good proctologist? And he kind of nudges his head backwards with the puppet.
I don't remember that one.
I think it was Walter.
Hmm. Oh crap! I nudged it, and there's no front thrusters.
Uh, well, once I get this finished, it'll be okay. If you don't mind, like, taking a break for a moment and helping me weld this thing up.
Uh-oh. Whenever you say that you're going to blow something up this bad.
No, weld. Weld, not
Oh,
blow.
weld. Oh.
We need to probably take apart a thruster here.
Oh, well, let me go grab the grinder. It's got all the parts in it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can either go through the connector, or on the right side there's a door directly to the cargo container.
Yeah.
Which, like, if I ever shut the power off on this thing, you can just go directly into it that way. So you don't have to go through the collector. Or connector,
Right.
I mean.
Yeah, see, I built the other ship a little bit less securely. You have to have power in it, but it has a jump start reactor. Which I see that yours does too. It's just,
Yeah.
What all do we need?
A lot of stuff. Steel plates, construction components, large tubes, and that's it.
Okay, I got the construction components out, and I'm putting them in the things.
Alright, I'll grab steel plates.
And large steel tubes.
Yeah. Ah, the ship is going down the tubes.
That's alright, when it hits the asteroid, it'll quit moving.
Yeah. Actually, you probably could have built all this on the, and then we could have just cut the ship around it. We could have built this all, like, directly on the container instead of off to the side, and then just cut it out of the ship. Made it a
Yeah,
little ship.
we could have done that, but we didn't. You didn't think about that to tell me at the time, and I don't really think about that kind of thing. I just think, okay, I need to do this, so this will work when this happens. I'm not very good at dissecting ships and keeping pieces of them.
Okay, alright, now we need a reactor directly on
Yeah, I'm just going to move
Cargo
the
container.
reactor straight from where it is to the cargo container.
Alright.
And then I'm going to start cutting away the pieces to cut this away. I just wanted it to kill the velocity of the ship for a moment there.
We can get it started down here. It's going to be on the front of the cargo container.
That works.
There we go.
It's even pulling uranium through the thing now.
Nice.
Through the conveyor system. Okay,
Here,
so
I'm coming in with the grinder ship, actually.
I don't want to cut these two away. Well, we don't want to cut it all away yet. Just I think we want to cut the rest of the other side of the ship off first before we worry about this side too much.
Oh, Mr. Picky here.
I'm just saying.
I know.
Because we have that refinery still going.
Yeah. Gotta be sure not to chew up the refinery.
Yeah, before we empty it, and then... Oh, I cut the antenna off. Lovely. Can you come grind it down? It's got the radio components. Horrible radio components.
There we go. Actually, I'll tell you one of the parts that I can't wait for is Sage keeps posting that he's working on like a bubble cockpit.
Yeah.
And I saw his example, but apparently he scrapped it and restarted it. But I really like the idea of a high visibility bubble canopy.
Yeah. I tried to make a cockpit once, but it didn't come out right. So I deleted it.
Yeah, I can't model if my life depended on it.
I can manipulate things sometimes, but I can't come up with the thing just out of nothing. I have to take something else and then alter it.
Yeah. Oh no, runaway block. Get back here.
Hate it when that happens. You gotta tell that block you will not escape on my watch.
When we do start a station, we should start it big. Like, what I mean by that is definitely go with plenty of refineries and assemblers, and we'll build them as we go.
Yeah.
Even if we don't have all the parts.
Just get everything like started up, like all the refineries and stuff started building, and then we can just finish them as we go.
Yeah, exactly. Because I tend to get myself stuck with where I'll just build one or two of each, and then I'll be like, damn, I need to expand, but I don't have room to do so.
Yeah. I usually start off with like a room with up to around 12 refineries, which may sound excessive to normal people, but to me it's not.
No, it makes sense, especially if you want to build big stuff.
Well, you see, one of the first large ships that I'm going to construct is Bertha.
Oh, you're going to make Bertha, huh?
Yep. You know it. I have made a Bertha on every map I have ever played.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Except the one map where I trolled the guy. And stole everything but his medbay and his reactor. So if you're watching this and someone did that to you, it probably wasn't me, because that happens a lot.
I'll give you his IP address.
Oh, my energy was low. No, but that was a long time ago.
Have you ever been standing there using a drone and then realize your health is or your energy's at like 5% because you've been
No,
standing there the whole time.
no, but I've seen that happen to people before. I've never had it happen to me.
Yeah.
I always sit in a chair to do that kind of stuff.
I usually do it. Like I said, a lot of my ships, I'll set it up so they can be used as drones as well as flying them. And yeah, I'll stand there using them like grinding or welding something. And I'll realize, oh shit, I'm about to die.
Yeah. See, I don't really use that many drones, to be honest. I use mostly manned ships because I don't know. For me, the drones are just like, you know, I don't like them for some reason. Personal
I
taste,
like
you know.
them. Well, I like them saving space. That's my big thing. So if I know I need them in confined spaces, I
Yeah.
use a drone.
Well, fair enough.
You know,
But
and same thing with like drilling. I prefer a drone for that, like so I can auto drone it, so I don't have to sit there and freaking, you know, drill through everything. You know, I don't want to be there for the whole thing. I just like hearing that beep, and then go and check it, and oh, it's full. I can go ahead and you know, the whole time I was doing something else.
yeah, I might have lost a few steel plates somewhere.
Oh, we have plenty of that. I have
Yeah,
15,000 in my
the ship
inventory
is
right now.
sinking because of it, though. I'm gonna take
Ah,
out the gravity generator.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, there they are. They're right next to the gravity generator.
Oh, huzzah!
Hey, there we go. We didn't lose anything after all. The good news is, though, now that the antenna's gone, we're not getting hacking warnings all over the ship.
Yeah.
Warning, your ship is being hacked. No, it's not. We're just grinding it down.
Which is funny because every time I've gone after an enemy ship, like, whether people are on it or not, I go through the easier parts, like the steel plate.
Yeah.
Go through a light armor block. It's quicker.
Well, that's what got me about so many people that when they're boarding ships, okay, if you watch people when they board ships in a lot of videos, they go through the door, they grind the door down because it's heavy armor on the sides. It's actually faster to go through the heavy armor, I think, than it is to go through hack through a door.
Yeah, because the first half of that hack, it's slow as dirt.
Yeah, and then it doesn't speed up very much once you get through that.
Yeah.
Not enough to be noteworthy, anyway. Oh, I just realized we need to move the med bay over to the container, too.
Yeah, I've avoided
Okay.
grinding it.
Don't die.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of respawn ships in this desolate area of space around this random planet.
Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of respawn ships because, respawn ships are an unlimited resource. No, but for me, I have this elitist policy. Like, I hate dying. I genuinely
understand.
hate dying.
So I should disregard all those times you died?
I didn't. Those were because the ship was cursed, so it doesn't count.
Which is now why we're grinding it down.
That's why we're killing the ship. You see ship. This is what happened. You get a curse because you don't use protection when you're hacking and you're having internet conversations, and we gotta grind you down because of it.
You had this coming. It's your fault. You knew what this was. Ah, shit.
What happened?
I started grinding down that cargo container, and I forgot we needed this. Oh, wait, you know what? This isn't my first time engineering.
It's not?
No.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
What did you grind down? Oh, we didn't need that one.
Oh, I thought we needed it to be...
The ones we need are the two that are closest to the big one here at the bottom, the yellow and the Let me just paint them for you. That'll make things easier.
Well, the one that's gray is the one that, yeah, that top one I grinded down partially.
Yeah, we need that one.
Yeah. So I took apart one that was below and rebuilt it.
My theory behind this is that once we get settled, we can kind of convert the thruster cluster into one ship and the other part into another ship.
Interesting.
Maybe we should have built 2 grinding ships.
I was just thinking that a minute ago. Like, man, this would have been so much faster with 2 of these.
I'm just gonna like slap one together really quick. And then hope we don't grind each other.
Yeah.
Although that's not any different than it is right now. I mean, you know, me worrying about you grinding me and... Yeah. I don't think you're really worried about me grinding you, but...
Yeah, something tells me that I'm safe.
Probably.
You know, the one way I think I died the most in survival is getting out of my grinder ship with my grinder still on.
The number one way I used to die in survival was I forgot to turn my dampeners on before smashing into the asteroid.
I don't think I've ever done that.
I've done that lots of times.
Well, there's not much of this thing left.
No, not really. No, the actual number one death for me was not the grinders, but the welders. The welders murdered me like crazy. They're silent but deadly.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's either or. It doesn't matter which. Like, they get me. I'll forget and I'll hop out, and all of a sudden I see my health like going down. I'm like, oh! And when I react, I die.
Yeah. I actually set up a what do you call it? A ship that had a trap like that. Like you walk through the door and it had welders that were turned on.
Nice.
And there was 3 of them, which I think is fatal, but I don't know. I've never tested it in survival because every time I went, oh, I should test this, I get in survival and I'm like, oh, a piece of candy. So do you see the floating lights all over the place, or is that just for me?
Oh, that's just you.
Okay.
Yeah, there's none that I see.
Yeah, there's just floating lights all over the place that are powered.
Yeah, that's because they don't let the man hold them down. The rebels. Rebels without a cause.
Yeah. I love how like you're just what I've noticed is you're kind of random about where you're grinding.
Yeah.
Like you start in one place and then you're like all the way over here. I always grind systematically. I'm very I wouldn't say anal, but I'm very, you know, particular about where I start my grinding and stuff.
I usually am. I'm just kind of scatterbrained on this.
Well, it is getting kind of late.
Yeah. You gotta remember, I'm on Eastern time, so for me
Yeah.
it's like 2:30. Yeah, 2:30.